Hey Dom loves, and welcome back to another video. By the title, I will be telling you what was the reason why I decided to start my locks, because me personally, I just feel like this was the best thing I ever did for my hair. And I'm gonna just get straight into this video so I can just further explain. So basically, I started my locks because I just didn't want to keep manipulating my hair. I just wanted to start over with a fresh start, with something new. I'm just the type of person, like, if I'm going to get my hair done, I want my hair to be protected at all times. And I felt like the route of me wanting to lock my hair was the best route I ever took, because I have been in a place where when I was a loose natural, I was actually going through heat damage at one point, whereas though I was putting too much heat to my hair and not protecting my hair from heat. And I didn't even realize it until it was too late. And I went to a shop at one point, and the lady was just explaining to me like, oh, you know, I think it's best for you to just cut your hair, at neck length, and I'll start you off with a bob. So that way, every time you come back to me every month, then I can just keep clipping it as it grows in. And I agreed at first. I'm just like, okay, I'll do it or whatever to see how things go. But over time, I just was like, nah, I just don't want to keep going back to the shop and wasting money on my hair to keep getting clipped and clipped and clipped, when I could just start over fresh by just protecting it with a protective style. And that's when I thought about eventually over time locking my hair, because I'm the type too, I was trying to go into getting like knotless braids, and the knotless braids, it was pretty cool and everything. Like, I love knotless braids, don't get me wrong, y'all, but it was just that the knotless braids over time was putting too much tension on my scalp, and I didn't like the tugging and the pulling. So I decided to nip that in the bud and go with just, like I said, locking my hair, because I just knew like me locking my hair was just going to be something that I wasn't going to really be like, nah, I don't think I'm going to regret this. I think I'm going to look nice with it. And I started looking at pictures of other girls like on social media that, they had locks and things like that. And this one girl that I came across, oh, excuse me, she kind of inspired me to want to get my hair locked. And I was just like hesitant at first, because I'm like, dang, this is something new to me. I don't know how I'm gonna look with this style or whatever. So the girl that I requested to do my locks or whatever, as I should say, start my locks, she started me off with 2-strand twists. And when I did the 2-strand method through her, I liked it. I liked it how it turned out. She did a really, really good job on my hair. And I'm going to insert the clips of my natural loose hair, and I'm going to insert the clip of when I first got my 2-strand lock. I remember when I first got my first set of my 2-strand, I remember me getting that done back in October of 2022. I think it was, no, October 1st, as I should say, of 2022. And I liked it at first, don't get me wrong, y'all. But then over time, it was just like, it was just something about the locks. I think it was just like, I know, I'm sorry, the twist. It was just something about the twist. I guess it was just like too big at first, because it was just like I wasn't feeling how it was looking. So over time, I hit her up again, and I'm just like, I think we should change it and make this parts a little bit smaller. So she agreed to it and everything. She was just like, okay, no problem. Because of course, I didn't know if it was too late for me to change it or whatever whatever the case may be. And she was just like, no, it's not too late. So I went back, and she wound up making my parts a little bit smaller and retwisted it. When I say, y'all, these twist came out the bomb. Like, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is me. This gonna fit me. Like, I was cool with it, you know, and I rocked with it. So that's when I ended up keeping the 2-strand twist that I like the second round. And I'm gonna insert that clip in as well. And yeah, that's when I started to maintain it or whatever after the fact. And you know, over time, y'all, I really start liking it. Like, my first retwist, you know, I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I was a little slightly discouraged, only because it was starting to like, you know, come loose at the ends a little bit. And you know, she did explain to me, the lady that did, you know, twist my my 2-strand, she did explain that eventually over time that, you know, you might here and there have sometimes where it may come loose, and you know, you would have to just maintain it and just twist it back, or I could even go to her and have her twist it back. But I just decided to maintain my own hair and learn how to do my own hair, because you know, I just wanted to learn how to, you know, be able to maintain my own locks over time, because I didn't want to have to keep putting out money here, money there every single time, you know, I want to get a retwist, because I usually retwist my hair mainly like between 4 to 6 weeks. No more than that, unless, you know, something happened or whatever the case may be and I couldn't retwist it. But other than that, like, I always try to make sure that I keep up with my twists 4 to 6 weeks. And I've been keeping up with it, y'all. Like, I've been doing really good. And I made it, what, now I'm on my 5th month of my lock journey. And as I would say, like, I really enjoy this journey. Like, I didn't went from having shrinkage, I didn't went from having some of my, you know, some of my twists coming loose a little bit. I didn't went to having frizz. Like, I'm still going through frizz now, because they call it like the teenage stage of your locks. And as of now, like, I guess I'm in the teenage stage, because like my locks actually started budding now, and I got a lot of more buzz than I had, you know, last month and the month before. And I actually have noticed that my hair has not been coming loose anymore. Like, I have actually been able to wash it without having to tie it in 4 different sections and things like that. So I could definitely tell, like, over the whole course of me being locked for 5 months, like, it has changed drastically. And I am really enjoying this lock journey. Like, y'all, if you or anyone that want to start your locks, I would recommend you to go for it. You know, like, don't hesitate. Don't, you know, let nobody discourage you to not get it, because I always used to be that type of person. Like, I would listen to somebody and just not go with my heart and what I want to do, because I'm always listening to what somebody else may think, or how somebody else may feel about my decision on what I want to do with myself in general, with anything, you know. And I'm sorry, y'all, if this video is kind of all over the place, but I'm just trying to explain as much as I can. But, you know, like, you know, when you just talk, but I'm just, you know, I'm just being genuine and real. Like, I just stopped doing that. Like, I just stopped listening to people and just doing what makes me happy at the end of the day. And, you know, like, just going with the flow of things. Like, if I don't like something, then I would change it about myself. You know, like, I'm not going to just keep letting others dictate my life, because this is my life, this is my journey. And that's how I feel about my locks. Like, this is my journey. So I didn't want to listen to somebody tell me, oh, I don't think you're going to look right with locks, or, oh, why would you want to lock your hair too long for you to lock. It's never your hair is too long to do anything, because you can lock your hair whether it's super short, whether it's neck length, and whether it's to your shoulder, to your elbow. you can lock your hair whenever you feel like you want to lock your hair. So like I said, for those who are looking to lock your hair, go for it. Don't listen to nobody. Take that risk. You know, it's not a bad thing, y'all. Like, I lock my hair and I'm loving my journey, and everybody locks. That's another thing. Everybody locks are different. Like, you can't expect your locks to look like the next person. Like, my locks is my locks, you know, and the next person locks is her locks. You know, there's nothing wrong with you complimenting the next person locks, because, you know, everybody locks journey is different. So, you know, at the end of the day, you can't expect your locks to look like the next girl locks, or you can't expect your locks to look like the next guy locks. You know, everybody locks journey is different. And, you know, like I said, some people just go through different stages of they lock journey, you know what I mean? And me personally, I never really had like crazy experiences like some other people may have, and I'm thankful of that, because like my hair is very thick. I have thick roots. I have thick course of hair, period. And even showing my kids' hair. My kids' hair is super thick. So, you know, my over time, you know, I don't know. You know, I would just have to see. Maybe over time my locks will get thicker than what they are now, because, you know, I am still in a journey with my locks. You know, I'm only 5 months in, so, you know, who knows what may happen a year from now, 2 years from now, you know. So I would just say, me personally, go with what your heart tell you to do. Don't listen to nobody, you know. And like I said, even with myself, like, as you can see, like my locks, you know, you probably can't really tell, but my locks, they already started butting. You know, I noticed like my twists, they started to fade a little bit more, you know. Like, you know, it's just, you're gonna go through different stages with your locks. It's not like, oh, as soon as you get the twist, or however, you know, the person may start off. Even if you start off with coils, it's not like it's going to just start off and boom, it's just going to lock. No, it takes time. You know, everything takes time. Everything is patience. You have to have patience if you want to lock your hair. You have to have patience with wanting to get it retwisted. You have to have patience with all of that. You know, you have to have patience with the length, because I'm telling you, you're going to go through shrinkage a lot, you know. And it's not like, oh, you know, whatever length you started off with. Because if your locks is like shoulder length, I'm sorry, if your natural loose hair is like shoulder length, most likely it's not going to be shoulder length once you lock your hair. It's going to shrink up at least 2 inches. So you have to be mindful of that if you know, if you are looking to lock your hair. Or even for people that already have locks, you know, we know how it goes. You know, we still go through shrinkage even after the fact that it's been locked for maybe a year or so, because sometimes the ends are still not all the way fully, you know, locked yet. And for myself, mine's haven't locked all the way down yet. So I'm not even going to really talk too much in depth about that, because I really don't know how, you know, that stage would be yet, because I'm not there yet. But I would just say for myself, as of now, I guess I would say I'm mostly between the budding stage / teenager stage, because I have buds, you know, they coming down a lot more than what they were. And yeah, I would just say that my buds, my buds led to me noticing that it stopped my hair from basically coming to loose, you know. And I'm grateful of that, because that was the part that was a headache, like a real bad headache. So yeah, I would just recommend too, like, as far as like shampoos, I would just say I would recommend to like more so go lean towards a clarifying shampoo. I'm not really an expert on shampoos about locks and everything like that, but I'm gonna just tell you from my experience so far with it. I've been just using Shea Moisture vinegar shampoo, and I don't have the bottle with me, y'all, to show y'all, but I'm gonna insert a clip of it. And I'ma just say that shampoo works really, really well, because it also has vinegar in it, you know, so the vinegar itself already clarifies like the dirt, the product buildup, or whatever the case may be from your locks. So that's a good thing, you know. And Shea Moisture shampoo in general is just a good natural, you know, shampoo, you know, for hair, period. So I would just say, you know, just make sure you keep your hair healthy with a great shampoo. Like, don't go and use something that you know is out of the ordinary, that have, you know, like sulfates in it and things like that. I hope I'm saying the word right. But you know, you guys get what I'm saying. You know, you just have to make sure that you have something that works really, really good for your locks. And do your research. Sometimes, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing your own research, because I'm always reading things on Google about locks, or sometimes I even go on YouTube at times and look at other females, you know, what kind of products they using for their hair. And you know, I just try to, like, you know, think of, okay, well, maybe I could try this or try that. You know, I don't try everything somebody else is using, because, you know, you never know, because everybody's skin is different, you know, scalp is different, things like that. But yeah, but I would just say, as far as myself, um I'm 5 months locked, and I'm loving my journey. um I'm gonna be retwisting my hair again soon, sometime the end of this month. Yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to let you know, guys, about my, you know, my journey and why I started my journey. And I'm just enjoying this journey. And I hope that you guys, you know, that are looking to lock your hair, that you go for it. Like I said, don't worry about what others may think about you. And you know, just do what makes you happy at the end of the day. And I did want to mention one more thing before I end this video. Is a thing that people always call it the ugly phase. Me personally, I never thought of my locks as the ugly phase. Like, yes, you will go through frizz. Yes, you will have at times where, you know, you may not like the way it looks. But me personally, I never looked at it as the ugly phase, because like I said, your journey is your journey when you have locks. So it shouldn't be an ugly phase to you. It should be more so an enjoying phase, a experience that you're going through, that you're learning about yourself with your locks. Because there's a lot of things that can go with, you know, you being locked with your hair. Like, it's a spiritual thing with people too, you know. So that's why I said I wouldn't look at it as an ugly phase. That's just your journey. You know, you got to live with your journey. You know what I'm saying? And go, just, you know, just go with what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, don't look at it like, oh, this is making me want to take it out because, you know, I'm starting to see frizz, or I'm starting to see it unravel. You're going to go through that, especially when you freshly getting it done, you know, for the first time around. You're not going to have a bud pop up and it's going to just stop unraveling. No, sometimes you're going to go through that. So I just wanted to say that as well, you know. And I just want to end this video with saying that lock your hair, girls. If you getting your hair locked, don't listen to nobody, and do what makes you happy. And just comment down below if you have any tips on things that I may could do for myself. And I'm speaking for, you know, the ones that are already locked, you know, maybe tips that I can take from you guys as well. So, you know, I can learn too. You know, I'm just still learning as well about certain things that, I mean, I know about my own locks. But yeah, I mean, so like I said, let me know down in the comments, you guys. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And I will see you guys. Bye.